Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play Doom and Destiny, and thank you for watching. Doom and Destiny is a turn-based RPG game, guys. Straight up. There's no extra roguelikes, nothing fancy here. This is just classic RPG, guys. And it's also freaking hilarious. Now, normally here on the channel, guys, we don't do RPG Maker games. There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing I have anything particularly against them. They're great. Just most of the time, they kind of fail to kind of catch my attention or pique my interest. However, Doom and Destiny did catch my attention, guys, and I'm really happy that it did, guys. It released on Steam March 2015, but the game has been around for quite a long time before that. It was developed and published by Heartbit Interactive, but apparently I'm supposed to thank a flying spaghetti monster, so credit is due there as well. You can go ahead and get Doom and Destiny on Steam for $9.99, which I highly recommend you do if you're looking for somewhat of an older experience of RPG games and want to laugh at some jokes, guys. Now, I think it's kind of an important thing to note before we get into this game. This game doesn't necessarily take itself too seriously. There is RPG mechanics, there's grinding, there's leveling, there's all that good kind of stuff, there's an overworld map to explore, but it doesn't really ever take itself too seriously, pretty much ever. So just keep that in mind. This game's more based off of, you know, a little bit of wonkiness, a little bit of role-playing game humor. You'll see what I mean in a bit. Now, this game also has a sequel coming out. From what I understand, it's already been greenlit, guys. So you'll see a sequel to this coming out really soon, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to maybe checking that one out as well. Now the reason I haven't done RPG Maker games on the channel is they're really kind of hard to do. In a Let's Play format. I mean, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of aspects to RPGs that you don't necessarily get to experience within the first, 5 to even 10 hours, perhaps. You don't get an airship till maybe 20 hours into the game. There's a lot of things that develop as you play an RPG. That's why we love RPGs. They get better as we get deeper into them. So I'm going to do a little bit of jumping around in this particular video and trying to show you a little bit of everything, guys. Now, as far as, options go, as far as, there really isn't all that much. I mean, it basically is an alt-enter game, and it shoots up to your native resolution. It does feature 1080p resolutions, but again, you don't really have much control of it. It's just going to shoot to whatever your current native screen is. There's no sound sliders or anything like that. There's notifications on, off. You can kind of, I guess, rebind the keys if you wanted, which is also pretty kind of sweet. I will say that much. Let's go back here. The game does feature partial controller support. On the Steam page, it says full controller support. I would say it's more partial because my controller is not detected at all. So I don't know if it's just me or if it's, what, but I would say it's partial controller support, probably leaning towards one of the more stereotypical controllers, Xbox, PlayStation controllers. But you do have the option to play the game with the controller if you so choose. There's also other advanced settings like online saves, there's different languages and all that good kind of stuff, but otherwise that's basically it. Now, we're going to go ahead and start a new game. There's 3 difficulties for you to choose from. You got Chillax, Classic, and Hardcore. These just change basically the amount of damages enemies do, or things like that. So we're going to start on Classic, and we're going to go from there, guys. And one thing I really want to ask you guys as we move into this game, guys, is do you guys like RPG makers? Would you like to see more of this kind of content? I'm going to ask this again nearing the end of the video, but if you guys enjoy this kind of content and want to see more of it, please leave a comment down below, and I'll try to be a little bit more inclusive to the RPG Maker community here on the channel. Because, I really enjoyed Doom and Destiny. I think it was a really cool game. It was a really funny game. Not all of them are going to be funny and take themselves, not as serious as this one does. Some of them take themselves very seriously. But we'll see. Just keep that in mind for the future. My lord, preparations have been finished. Excellent. Is the flux capacitor at maximum power? I'm surprised they're not getting sued for that. Absolutely, my lord. And the 4 elemental mana crystallish overflow with energy, my lord. Lots of reading. It's an RPG, guys. And there's a lot of standard RPG stuff here that you're going to have to, of course, come to expect, guys. Marvelous. My plan is finally coming together. The gates to the Ultra World are about to be opened. We just need a virgin's blood, and then... Question mark? The universe will be mine. Actually... I had a dreadful expectation for this experiment last night, and I had a party, and... What? Yep, great party. It was awesome, bro. I got laid. No way, me too. High five. This cannot be. So that's just an example of just, it starts off all somber and serious, and then quickly things just turn into hilarity really fast. So the game's kind of broken up episodically, by the way. This is episode 1. This is almost kind of like a tutorial area. We're gonna go a little bit deep into the tutorial and show you a little bit of the features and all that good stuff, and then we're gonna kind of skip ahead to a couple more hilarious scenes and show you the overworld map and all that good kind of stuff. Awesome role-playing, big night. I hope we'll start a new D&D campaign. I'm so excited. Doing Destiny, not D&D. Calm down, Nigel. Benjamin, the game master, told me that he wanted to play something different, something that's not the usual D&D. What? Are you sure, Mike? Crap, I spent the entire afternoon filling out the character sheet for tonight. Easy, Johnny. Yeah, Francis is right. Chillax, Johnny. It's just a game. Last time I heard the master, he told me exactly the same. He wants to play something new. Come on, guys, let's go inside. All right. Now, of course, the control schemes are very simplistic. I mean, it's an RPG, guys. Ultimately, you move up and down. You can kind of hit a menu button when you actually get access to the menu. We can't do that right now. Nigel's car. It's really simplistic as far as, that all goes. You found a panino. Yes, the items in this game are, even the items in this game are kind of hilarious, guys. No answer. Come on, open the door. No answer. Maybe Benjamin can't hear us because he's already downstairs waiting for us. Okay, so we shall use the back door located down the courtyard on the right. Yeah, we should, but why are you specifying that? We all know where the back door is. Just be precise, there's nothing around here. Yep, nothing. Let's go look behind this tree. Nothing. I told you. It's just that kind of humor, that kind of, not taking itself seriously, almost airplane-esque humor to it all that I really enjoy about this game. Why should we pick up this shovel? It might be useful. Yeah, in a muck. Good. All right, so we got a shovel. And we'll go into the dungeon here. Is this Benjamin's cellar? Well, it is where that should be, but it's different from usual. Guys, did you notice these dragon statues? This place looks cleaner. Yeah, you're right. Guys, these statues are strange. I haven't seen them before. Perhaps they were just senior parts of Benjamin's game. That's why he cleaned the whole room? Awesome. Oh, boy. So we're going to start looting all of the stuff. Of course, you can interact with some objects. Not all the objects have a description on them. Some of them you just kind of walk up to and try to interact with and doesn't necessarily do anything. By the way, if you're wondering what the keys are, that's basically you can press F1 and it'll bring up the keys for you to look at. As you can see right there, you can kind of move around. There's interaction keys. There's a mini map, which we won't get until we actually get on the map. Pause button, the menu button, the interact button. There's also a turbo button, which we'll talk about a little bit later. You found some potato chips, some local sodas. Nothing here. Nothing here. A manual about a role-playing game. Oh. What is this stuff? The door is locked. You need the red key. That's weird. The door to the Game Master's playroom is locked. It says we need a red key. This stuff looks like a bunch of instructions for a role-playing game. Doom and Destiny. Boring. So do you want to hear about it? No, please don't. Let's go. Of course, we want to hear about it. It looks like a standard RPG. You have to go around collecting keys, open doors and chests, and apparently even wardrobes and closets. You kill monsters and upgrade to new levels through experience points. And that's cool. Sounds good. Go back to the upgrading part. How does it work? It says that when you gain a new level, the player can use 3 points to increase to 4 main abilities. By the way, what he's explaining in the role-playing game are the rules for the game. There's 4 abilities: might, charisma, grit, and dexterity. Any special power? Let me see. Yes, it says that you can find and buy special powers for each character that can be equipped and removed whenever you want. Still, in order to be equipped, each power requires a certain amount of power points, which are based on ability scores. So the higher my ability scores are, the more power I get and the more powers I can equip. Yes, you're right. I'm amazed. It's gonna explain this. I'll explain this a little bit more better as we get into the game, guys. It says 1 power point when a base ability hits 15, another one hits 21, next to 28, 45, and so on. Sounds easy. Cool. In order to avoid messing up, as we usually do when we play an RPG, we have to decide which role one of us should pick. I'll play a super sorcerer, warlock leader, badass hero with high charisma. By the way, if you've noticed, they're all color-coded. Hint, hint. Okay. They practically look like Power Rangers, which actually is a joke that comes up later. Look what I found here. Power for my class. Nigel learned Magic Missile. Lucky bastard. Now I can cast Magic Missile if I equip this power. Come on, try it. Alright, so this is the menu right here. Of course, this is very stereotypical standard RPG stuff. You got your inventory, you got your tactics, which is kind of like the lineup of your party. Very simplistic stuff. You can also choose who you want to be the party leader, which actually gives benefits to each character depending on who is in the front. So if Johnny the warrior is in front, well, it'll explain it all here in a bit. Let's go ahead and equip the power. Each power, by the way, works only for one specific person. Some powers are specific to each character in the game. So we'll equip Nigel with magic missile here. There we go. That's going to continue explaining all that. Awesome! I want to play a fight with tons of might. I'll be a nimble and honorable ninja. Dexterity is my second name. Mike, you're the last one. We need a healer. Why don't you play a cleric? Yeah, without a healer, it gets really hard playing an RPG. I love this guy. This guy, I'm a pirate! What? Are you nuts? You can't be a pirate while I'm a ninja. There's a chance that all life as you know it would instantaneously stop and that every molecule in your body explodes at the speed of light. He is right. Whatever he said. Plus, we need a healer. Come on, what about a cool paladin devoted to the mighty and vengeful god? Well, what about a pirate who's a paladin of god, who's a huge flying monster made of spaghetti? Whatever, yeah. The important thing is don't mess everything up as usual. Yay! I love that guy. I love the pirate guy. He's the best. One last thing, we need a leader. Yeah! Why? Because during battle, according to where we decide to fight, whether up front or the rear line, the leader can give different type of bonuses. And what if I want to stay in the middle? No bonuses for those who stay in the middle. Being the most charismatic guy, each character is going to provide a different, buff to being the leader. So if we pick Nigel, he would give us mana and spirit. By the way, this game does contain foul language. What a pussy! Being the strongest amongst us, I'd boost health and strength. What a bunch of slowpokes, real deals evasion and speed. And then there's Mike. What about you, Mike? I don't know. Come on, Mike, make up your mind. I think grit is the most important quality in an adventurer, so I'd boost resistance and resistances to unfavorable states and critical hit. What? Yeah, resistance to poisoning, confusion, burning, abilities, and so on. And chance to double your damage with a critical hit. Sounds useless. You are useless. Don't expect my help when the evil jinxing monster hits you. Come on, let's choose the leader. Alright, so I'm going to just pick the red guy. Okay, guys, I'll be the leader. Just follow my lead and no one will be left behind. Okay, I think we are done, but I'll take these handbooks with us just in case we need to revise the rules of the game. So, let me be brutally honest with you. The hilarious part of this game is that I'm a role player, guys. When I don't do YouTube videos, I actually role play with my family. I have several campaigns going, a stash of old 80s porn magazines. Nothing useful here. I love how his little heart appeared. Bloop. So I get all the jokes. I role played. I've screwed around. I've had players who just kind of completely go against whatever you had planned for your campaign, or just kind of try to screw things up in general. It's kind of hilarious, and I get the humor, which is what the joy of Doom and Destiny is the humor. There's the standard RPG stuff, but the joy of this game is definitely kind of the wonkiness of the what's up? Wow, he's trying to communicate. Let's kick his ass before it manages to change our minds. The combat is very standard stuff. You got your attack, your skills if you have them. You can guard and also use an item. Now, the turbo button, which if you remember correctly, is the control button. It allows you to kind of, what I like to basically call it kind of lets you deal with the grinding bullcrap really fast. So if I were just to hold down control, you can see that I'm not actually going to have to enter any commands. They're just going to auto attack this thing to death. And it's going to go through everything really fast and get it all done. Freaking fun, we beat a skeleton. Is this real lava? Okay. So that turbo button is really essential, I feel, because it really kind of lets you just get through the bullcrap grind that sometimes, let's be honest here, some RPGs have. There's just sometimes where you're not really necessarily in the mood to, deal with, hundreds and hundreds of battles. So by the way, if you switch them around, the bonuses that they give kind of switch up as well. So if I were to put the ninja in front or the warrior in front, you get the basic ideas. We're gonna leave the warrior in front, but I enjoy that. I enjoy that aspect to it. It just makes things a lot easier to deal with, the grinding, as it were. So we'll just do one more random battle, and then we're gonna go ahead and skip ahead because the game just, honestly, is hilarious. We're gonna do one more random battle because I want to show you the battle system a little bit more. Alright, so we're gonna just attack. I'm gonna hit the turbo button again. It'll kind of go through it really fast. I won't try to blow through the post-credits screen. I suppose crazy. Okay, so we gained experience. Everyone hit level 2 finally. Did they? Yeah. Oh, no, they didn't. Gosh dang it. They're close to level 2 is what it is. Okay. So, yeah, basically, you collect items, you collect money, which is, I think, goals. And then you can buy, you know, items and all that good kind of stuff. You can also, there's also these side quests. I forgot to mention the side quests. Because I keep blowing through it too fast. This time, I'm just going to do the friggin' battle. I'm just going to go through the battle here manually and then show you what I'm talking about here. There's these side missions, kind of like a bonus objectives for completing, you know, killing monsters or whatever have you. There's Magic Missile. Again, it has that pixel graphics. It's not anything too fancy looking, guys. It's more meant to just be kind of, you know, adorable. And it's an RPG. If you've played old RPGs, you know what I'm talking about here. So we got some items, we got some gold, basically. Now we can continue fighting. Every time you basically kill something, you're going to start doing these side quests depending on what you kill. And you'll see these meters, these little stars start filling up right there. So you see dead or alive. We got about 2.5 stars now at this point. And it kind of gives you like almost like an incentive to do those random battles. Because once you get all 5 stars, it actually rewards you with items. Of course, you can equip all your characters with random crap that you found. So for instance, a hammer. I can equip my warrior guy. I can equip the shovel to him. I'll take the bone and give it to Nigel. You can also find random gear and items that you can equip to your characters. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to the future of this, to the game. We're going to go to the title and we're going to hit continue. I'm going to go here because this was kind of hilarious. I will say the game instantly does do a good job of loading up. Now our heroes basically kind of get plunged through a magical portal. They wake up in a new world. And here they are. They're off to go talk to the king. Are those fellows the 5 heroes? Well, yes, your majesty, but they are only 4. I see. They do not look as handsome as the last heroes we had, and they are half naked. Well, yeah, maybe they don't look like much, but they survived the journey across the portal, and this qualifies them as much as heroes. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we don't have a clue of what you're talking about. Where are we? Who are you? I am King MacGuffin, and this is my castle. You've been summoned to help us against our eternal enemy, the Unnamed. By the way, the fact his name is King MacGuffin, I generally laughed really loud in my house when I read his name. It's so funny. It's just that kind of clever writing, that clever humor is really well done in this game, guys. It just has that kind of humor about it, and I really appreciate that. It's kind of what you want in these types of, you know, RPG games, guys. You're not necessarily looking for, you know, cutting edge features or graphics. You're looking for good, hilarious writing and a fun game, which is what Doom and Destiny is so far. Unnamed, cool name. Unnamed is not his name, since his real name was cursed by Destiny himself. Awesome, but what is his real name? It cannot be pronounced, since it was cursed. I bet his name is something embarrassing like anus or anal bag. What has he done in order to become your #1 enemy? Who knows? What? You see, Destiny has always selected some heroes able to stop the Unnamed, long before he could do anything evil. So we never know what the Unnamed was up to. But since you are the heroes now, you'll be the ones to stop him. But why us? We're not even heroes. Yes, you are. What about Lord McDouche? No, we're not. Hank? But you were chosen, even if by pure chance. Pardon? Well, you see, in troubled times, Destiny himself pronounces a prophecy which picks up the heroes who will save us all. But this time, even if the Unnamed is up to something, Destiny made no prophecy. So this time we act on our own initiative and decide to choose 5 heroes by pure chance, and we just hope for the best. What? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Indeed, but crazy times require crazy solutions. That's great. I wonder why you did not select someone more apt. I don't know, someone like Chuck Norris or Bruce Campbell. But do not worry, Destiny will help us all. Yes, once you complete your first quest, he will make you like heroes. Wait, Destiny a person? Well, of course, he is our emperor, ruler of this world. Hail to thee, O Destiny. Oh, Unnamed's name. Has to be something more evil, something with dark in it. Like Dark Evil. Oh boy, this place is way out of my league. Dark Hank. Evil Hank? Enough of this Hank. Now, no more delays. I'll let the evil wizard Orcus kidnap my daughter Zoe. His lair is hidden far east near a lake. Go there, defeat the evil Orcus, save my daughter, and become real heroes. Jester. Yes, your majesty. Give those young adventurers 100 goals and a world map. And this is after about 40 minutes of playing the game. This is actually episode 2 that we're in right now. Then spread the word all around Kingdom and let the people know that the 4 heroes are about to achieve great deeds. They're now allowed to gather anything they want from each and every house. But they still have to pay for their own equipment, and for the love of destiny, give them some clothes. They are still naked. Yes, your majesty. I got Dark Edius. Holy frying shit! Did you see that? It was so cool. Freaking awesome. So the unmentionable name is Dark Edius. Stop it! That name cannot be pronounced. Now leave. Save my daughter and fulfill your destiny. Fulfill the emperor? No, your fate, karma, whatever. Now be gone. That lightning was so rad. So again, just that humor, guys, that I really think is hilarious. Well, that was fun. Who would have thought? You utter a name and bam, lightning strikes. And they gave us 3 new clothes too. Now you mentioned, is it weird we lost our clothes, but now those items we found in the lava-flooded room, I'm not still at ease with what they gave me. I'd rather wear something fancier, at least it's blue. Question, where are we? What is this place? It's too well done to be Benjamin scenery. They still think they're playing with their dungeon master, guys. Do you really think this is all scenery? What do you think this castle's made of? Cardboard? Chill. Well, so tell us, what do you think has happened? I have no idea. Maybe some kind of parallel dimension, a fantasy world with magic, princesses, monsters, and fantasy. I don't know. Wow, parallel dimension. That's more than awesome. It's giga awesome. 1 billion times awesomer. But is it possible? I have no clue. But we are here. We have to deal with it. So what do we do now? Are we going to save the princess? Yeah, so they might give us a reward, maybe a magic item, or tell us how to go home. Let's take a look around. Maybe we can find a way back. Okay, let's do it. Maybe we can find Benjamin. As game master, he'd love this place. Alright, so basically now we're given control of our characters. We can kind of wander around. We can now officially, buy items, get potions. There's these things called rations in the game, which automatically heal your characters. Of course, you can talk to everyone in town, and everyone has a little bit of information. My job is to get into the hero's way and slow them down. I know it's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. I love the absurd humor of it all, and that the game does not take itself serious, pretty much in any way, shape, or form. So this is the overworld map, guys, and you can see it as I kind of bring up the mini map. It's freaking huge. I will say the game has a lot of. It's really, really cool looking map. Kind of reminds me of Suikoden, an old RPG that I used to love. But you can explore quite a bit around here. You can see there's a lot of areas to explore. Of course, there's also a lot of friggin' random battles as well. So we'll actually go ahead and get into some of those. Just gonna hold down the turbo button and it'll kind of do it all on its own, which is what I think I really like. Sweet dreams, asshole. Ah, he put 2 of my guys to sleep? Oh, the same guy asleep. That's okay. They should be able to kill them. Right, we got some goals. Got some more quests done. How far are we from leveling, actually? I would like to show you guys the leveling aspects. Crapola. It's going to be quite a while. I think we're going to have to just save that for the time. The leveling thing is really simplistic. You just, like I said, kind of the way they explain it, you divide it up amongst the 4 stats, and then you get points basically that allow you to equip powers. For instance, Mike has Heal Bruise, which costs 1 power point. Nigel has Magic Missile now, and Dark Edius, which is the spell he learned in the throne room. Perhaps I can actually show you what I'm talking about. No, it doesn't let you see it. But you get the basic idea. You kind of up the 4 main stats, and then you get points as you kind of level those particular stats up. You always want to kind of like a balance going at all times. For sure, to keep your characters kind of balanced and efficient, I guess is the best way to describe it. I'll just scroll down the turbo button and it'll just do it all. I'm just gonna chill out. Getting attacked by casters. Oh no! Oh shit! Okay, we're gonna stop holding that button down, I think. Gosh dang it all! Okay, hold on. Can we bring him back? I think we have an item to bring him back. I think we have a 1-up. There we go. Get back into the battle, dick. Now, I will say, as far as the RPG mechanics go, as far as like the combat and all that goes, the game is rather easy, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm playing it on Classic right now, which is just the normal difficulty. There's a lot of friggin' items in the game. There's a lot of ways to keep your hit points up, is what I'm trying to say. It's really difficult to kind of get defeated and die in this particular game, guys. But yeah, guys, the game is just a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It has a lot of classic RPG elements to it. Just to give you some quick numbers here, there's 200 powers, 300 enemies, 500 items, 700 locations, 20 hours of gameplay with another 20 hours of extra side quests and other things that you can do in this game, guys. So you're obviously going to get bang for your buck with this game for sure. And it's just hilarious, guys. I can't comment on the end game, guys, as obviously I'm not anywhere near that level of checking that stuff out. but the writing so far has been pretty much on par, has been funny as hell. It's just been really very entertaining. I think it's a really fun game, especially if you are a role player. I think you're going to get the jokes, you're going to laugh, you're going to have a good time with this game, guys. I would love to show you the leveling system, but again, it's simplistic. It's just, I guess it's just not going to be able to show you that for this particular video, guys. But yeah, I think that's kind of everything I wanted to say about Doom and Destiny, guys. Now, again, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video, guys, but I want to ask you guys again, does this kind of content interest you? Would you like to see more RPGMaker games on the channel, guys? If you do, please leave a comment down below, and I'll start maybe giving these games a little bit more credit, and maybe we'll do one every couple of weeks. I don't know, ones that catch my interest, as it were, guys. But I just want to say big thanks to the developer and the Flying Spaghetti Monster for a chance to check out this title. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and share, guys, and I'll keep bringing you awesome indie games, guys. If you really enjoyed this video, maybe consider hitting up that tip jar if you're feeling generous of heart. All tips go to improving the channel or future giveaways. Till next time, guys, play more indie games.